Hello and welcome to the Tuesday live stream. My name is Igor and this is the next session where we build and maintain open source and free-to-use applications. We focus on Vibe engineering and Vibe coding. I've built many different apps across my career, mainly backend but also front-end and mobile applications. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have a question, please use chat, feel free to ask or leave a comment down below. Let's go. Okay, so first thing to do, let's remind ourselves what we worked on last time. That was the workspace horizontal movement, left to right, drag and drop behavior, and also the collapsible sidebar in the application that you can see here, of course, which is Shikigami, the agentic IDE, and code editor. And the third thing was the file tree in the editor tab. Yeah, there was a bug that whenever something was added or removed, a file, then the state wasn't reflected. And yeah, there were missing pieces here in the implementation. So we're gonna run sub-agents to take care of that. And in the meantime, we're gonna test a workspaces feature, the workspaces tab, horizontal move feature, and how the collapsible sidebar looks like. So that is that in Shikigami, and there is also Who is Out of Office. This is the PHP Symfony application, open source self-hosted leaf planner. And here we worked on the iCall calendar export customization. So we're gonna take a look at that in a minute. So first, yeah, let's do a little cleanup here. So I'm gonna remove the agent session that was responsible for collapsible sidebar. Can remove that. Then the workspace tabs, left, right. Yeah, let's resume that one because I don't remember if it was implemented or not. Yeah, merged into local. So it means that the agent finished finished its job. Yeah, merge commit. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna close that one. We will start a fresh session if that will be necessary for fixes or improvements. And the code editor tree, fixes applied. Okay, so we have an implementation plan and no works. So let me do it like this. I'm gonna copy the path to the implementation file, and I'm gonna add a new agent, files tree editor, and this time I'm gonna try with a medium effort, sub-agent driven, with additional checks after each task. Because for those of you who are new, the plan is the implementation plan contains few tasks, and these are like step-by-step. This is step-by-step workflow, how an agent should proceed with implementation. So we're gonna use sub-agent driven mode for that specific task with, as I said, checks after each step. The confirmation checks that it means that if code is correctly implemented, and if the architecture rules that we have in our project, if these are if this is compliance with that. And we're gonna use work tree for that, cause fixes, I'm gonna run fixes agent on the main branch, but that specific one should work on the fudge tree agent should work on a separate work tree. Okay. I'm gonna use skill for sub-agent driven development. Please start working on the implementation of this task. And here I'm gonna paste a path to the file. Please run code review and architecture review after each step. Okay, and maybe at the end, final confirmation. Once this is ready, please run the final confirmation with check against the plan and also the final code review. Okay, so it means the old session can be removed. Let me now open the application in dev mode so we can verify if workspaces left-right move is available, reordering if this is available and working, and also how the collapse button looks like for the sidebar. Okay, so the button is, I'm not sure if you can see it well, the collapse button, well, it's a small, I don't like it, and the position of it, I believe it should be on the top, maybe as the first button in the top of this sidebar, maybe. Okay, it can be minimized, but then the button is at the bottom. Well, not so great for implementation, but we can fix that. But let me think about it a minute. So well, it depends on preferences. Yeah, I would like to have it on the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new agent. Working directory for that agent gonna be project root, high effort, Opus. So the default model, sidebar fixes. Okay, and what is nice, what I like about Claude is that you can take a screenshot of whatever you are working on, especially if these are UI features. You can take a screenshot and, so to speak, paste it into the terminal. That's the one way. The other option that is available with Shikigami is that you can take a screenshot save it somewhere in your desktop or wherever you prefer, and then you can drag and drop. So that's what we're gonna do. But first we need to describe what is the problem. Okay, so let's see if we can. What is the name of this component? Maybe we can find it. Components. Yeah, so this is sidebar component. And somewhere here should be button, agent status. Okay, this is agent row. No, that's not what we are looking for. Oh, okay, so here is the button that we are looking for, and it is defined in the sidebar component. So what is also possible with Claude is that you can inform agent in the prompt that you are referring to a specific file, so it doesn't need to rediscover or search for a file that you are explicitly referring to. I'm gonna do that now. So sidebar TSX. Sidebar TSX, yeah. And then the prompt. So please change the position of the sidebar collapse button. I would like to have it on the very top of the sidebar, and it should always be on the top. Even if sidebar is collapsed, is open or closed, it doesn't matter. That should be always on the top as the first button. And I also want to have it the full width that is available in the sidebar. Okay, and now we can take a screenshot. Drag and drop. Okay, so the work is in progress. Let's switch to OOO. And I'm gonna show you. How because last time we worked on the customization of the iCall calendars, customization of the output. And what we wanted to have was the option to filter out people that we don't want to see in our exported calendar. And we've created a modal with checkboxes. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Okay, so here you will see the application. I'm using Docker to run PHP and Symfony. It needs a few more seconds. Okay, so here we have the login page. If you would like to run it locally, it's very easy because there are fixtures also included in the repository. Okay, so this is the admin role, that's the dashboard. And what we worked on is here, so calendar subscription. That's the URL that you have to copy and paste into Google Calendar or whatever calendar client you are using that support ICS format. This is how the feature looks like. Now, I don't really like it. I would like to improve for sure the checkbox buttons. They are completely out of the styling is not in line with what the application looks like. But okay, you can choose. These are your team members, and here are the holiday calendars that either you or someone from your team is subscribed to. You can click save. Preferences updated. Okay, we can also check the database state. Because here on this channel, we are not only working on projects, vibe coding them, but also vibe engineering. So it means a level up. At least that is how I describe it. That you are more aware of what you are doing. Okay, here is the user table. Okay, let me share it with you. These are fixtures As you can see, there are few persons, 12 persons that are shipped with the repository fixtures to try different states, different roles, user, manager, or admin. And so this is last two columns. The first one is for team members that I want to subscribe to, and the second one is the holiday calendars that I want to be subscribed to. And the default state is null. It means I want to see everything. So if I'm gonna choose only one calendar, the German in this case, please save. And okay, yeah, we have it. So, and of course, I asked agents to prepare tests as well. The high coverage is very important, especially for the business logic. So we can assume that the logic is in place. Okay, so now the UI side of it. I'm gonna say goodbye to the old agent. New one with the high effort. By the way, here is another bug that I should take a look at. The label when you open a new model, when you want to add a new agent, then the label is unfortunately not cleared. But this is a minor thing, but yeah, very important for the experience. Okay, so new agent for customized calendar subscription form, but let's name it and this one can work in project root, that's not an issue. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot. And now the prompt. So please improve the styling of checkboxes. These are different checkboxes than we use in the OOO application. Please check styling for them. And what I'm also gonna do, yeah, the style should match. And what I'm also gonna do is, because maybe this would be helpful for the agent, I'm gonna copy the HTML checkbox element that looks good here. So here is the example of a good checkbox. Okay, and that one was a quick fix. It says done. Yeah, it was only about the class name. The class name was the issue. Okay, so let's verify. And okay, now it looks good. I think for now it's okay as it is. But in the future, maybe in the next session, maybe we can even improve it more. Because let's imagine that I'm gonna have in my team 20 people, and then this list gonna be long, so maybe it should be more like a smart multi-select and the search form included. I'm not sure, or at least more compact, not like it is now, line by line, but maybe like some rounded elements only with names, because I don't really need emails here. But for now, this is fine, I believe, as it is. Okay. Okay, so this is all. We can suspend this agent for now. Let's go back to Shikigami. Files tree, work in progress, 9 tasks plus 2, so 11 for completed. Okay. And the sidebar fixes, yeah, it says it's ready, it's done, so let's verify. Okay, it is as the first one, the first element on the sidebar, collapse sidebar button. Okay, almost, because when it is collapsed, when it is minimized, then the triangle icon is not centered. But maybe the solution for this would be to just make the sidebar a bit wider. Because it is quite narrow, and it wouldn't break anything if we just make it a bit wider, and it will be also easier to click on buttons or the agents. Yeah. Okay, so let's ask it to make it wider when it is collapsed. Okay, I like the positioning, this is good now, but when the sidebar is collapsed, I would like to have it wider than it is now. Let's say 10% wider. Okay, here is the exact number, so 44. Please go for 50. Okay, 50%, yeah. No, 50% is too much. Sorry, I mean 50, the number 50, not the percentage 50. And okay, I think now it looks good. Please take a look. Here it is. Maybe it should be as well bigger, the height. I mean the button, because the width is okay, but the height of the button, it could be rectangular. And here, an important tip. So we are working on the sidebar. Then I ask it to modify the sidebar size, but it may not be that important for the next thing that I will ask it to do. So what you can do is, whenever you use Claude in terminal, once you hit escape 2 times, then there is a rewind option, and you can choose to which point in time, in the timeline of your chat, you want to go back. So in this case, I'm gonna choose the second message, and I'm gonna restore conversation. That's very important. You can choose if you want to restore code, so changes that that were done, and you can choose if you want to restore only conversation. So in this case, I want to restore conversation, and then clear the prompt. Please make the collapse sidebar button rectangular as a height. Take its width. Ah, yeah. Good catch. Square only in collapsed rail square. Yeah, this is well, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a square, but I'm gonna choose the third option. Yeah, so the agent wasn't able to clearly understand what is my intention, so it asked a question, clarification, what I mean by making rectangular. Is it the open or closed state that I am referring to? And yeah, it is truly rectangle now. I hope you can see it. It may be difficult, but yeah, it is. Okay, but the last thing would be to keep the same height, because I want it to be the same. Please keep the same height of the button if the sidebar is open or closed. Sidebar. And I forgot to mention, so when you restore conversation to different point in time, then also the context is getting less polluted or cluttered with information that it learned when you were chatting with it. And this is important for hallucination. And the output that will satisfy you more, yeah. Please make the height 50. Please make the height 50. Yeah, I had to repeat because the microphone started recording as a second later after I started talking. Okay, this is good, thank you. Yeah, I almost forgot. So the workspace tabs should now be, it should be possible to move them left, right. Let me show you. Okay, so here are the tabs. Once you click on one and start drag and drop, you start dragging them. You can move them, but then the app is for some reason crashing. Let's verify if there is an error, and yes, it is. Which one? I'm gonna copy that. Start a new agent, high effort. Please verify why, when I start dragging a workspace tab and then I release the mouse key, the application is crashing. This is the error message. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps, especially for new channels and new creators like me. We have a Discord channel as well. I am inviting you to join. If you have experience, then I will be happy to learn from you. And if that's the opposite, if you just started your journey with Claude or any other AI agent, feel free to join and ask questions. Invitation to the Discord channel you can find in the description of this video and in the chat as well. Okay, so the agents are working. One of them is working on the files tree implementation, and the other one is working on a bug that we uncovered whenever I started dragging a workspace tab and released the mouse key, then the app crashed. So let's give them some time, but there is a news I wanted to share with you. I am very happy about it because PHP is my main language and Symfony is my main framework that I'm using every day in my work, and they shared information. It's a fresh news that Claude Mythos that audited Symfony and found 19 vulnerabilities. And of course, the Symfony team prepared patches and fixes to address all these issues. This is great news because the security, especially now, if this is so easy to hackers or other people exploit, to use AI and with AI exploit your application, this is very good that it also things like this are happening. And that was work in the background. They didn't share that they are working on these things. People are complaining about AI and they have reasons, but actually in this case the usage was good, with good intentions. So congratulations to the Symfony team. Okay, so the investigation is done. Workspace tabs should work now. Okay, so it says one thing I could not do is a live drag and drop. So let's verify it now. Can open the console. Okay, I'm gonna drag Koneko. Okay, it works. As expected, not as beautiful as I would like to have it. Because I think it would be better to have the ghost object following the object that you drag. This would give better experience, but okay, this is done. It's fine. You can always improve it later. Okay, good work. Please commit changes. No, please don't create a separate branch. Just commit directly to the main local branch. Okay, it says committed to main. Thank you. Let me share with you now the full changes list for OOO and calendar subscription customization. What is good that because we run implementation in test-driven development way, the whole business logic is covered with unit tests. We even have functional tests for controllers, for regeneration, calendar subscription, URL, and for also, I can see it. So it also prepared tests for configuration. The additions to user facade, this is correct. Translations are here as well. This is good. And the user entity. And the two new columns that I mentioned at the beginning. So preferences for a person, preferences in terms of what team members I would like to include in my export and what holiday calendars would I include in my export. This may be very useful for managers because they would like to have an overview, especially if in the team there are people that maybe work in another country but are still part of my team. And I would like to know, because public holidays are different in other countries. So I would like to be informed. I would like to know who is with me this week, next week, or in a month from now, to make proper planning, preparations, etc. And here is the migration. Nothing dangerous here. It is only adding 2 columns to the user table. Next thing to do is to run tests for the whole application. I don't want to push things that will fail right away. This is why I'm doing that every time. And okay, it failed on PHP stem. Okay, let me copy that. And I believe it doesn't require any further explanation. We can, in this case, just paste the output. It's smart enough to understand that this is the PHP stem error in this specific class, which is feed client. Okay, it says it's ready. Let's run tests again. And I've already seen that there are some 3 classes that are not covered. That's not good, for sure. Okay, you can stop. I'm gonna clear the context. Please cover with tests these classes. Okay, new tests added. Let's verify it. Okay, now the unit coverage is fine, but the functional test for holiday events, the default state, as I understand, is failing. We're gonna ask it why. Please verify why this test is failing. And it comes from Okay, and the files tree agent finished implementation, finished working on the implementation. But that I'm gonna leave for the next session, the manual verification. Because it's over an hour of the stream. Sorry guys, but today is work week. It's Tuesday, and as some of you know, but for those who are new, I have a regular job. This is something I do streams. This is additional activity after work for me. So sorry, but I will end this live stream soon. But I highly recommend watching it again from the start. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. If there is something you would like to see more, please let me know. I'm gonna read every comment. And a friendly reminder, there is a Discord server. This is a new initiative and you are all invited. And again, if you have solid experience, I would like to learn from you, because there is always a space for improvement. And if you are new to the space, then please come join us. We are very, very helpful group of people, and will guide you with Claude or whatever agent you are using, because there are similarities between them. Okay, so let's verify tests for the functional tests for 000. The unit coverage is 97%. I like it, but then there was a functional test that was failing. So let's verify now if this is green. I already see that the one that was failing before now is green. And the final result is green, which is good. The warning is a thing that comes from internal configuration of these tests, and it doesn't mean that something is wrong. It's just that it's gonna retry to open the connection. Okay, then this is ready. I'm gonna open the PR later, but for sure this week we're gonna ship it. The iCall calendar customization. Okay, so this one can be closed. And the thing that happened in the background when we were testing the workspace tabs and the sidebar, this is the files tree fixes. These are the files tree fixes for the editor. because there was a bug that whenever something was added, a new file or a file was removed, then the state of the editor files tree wasn't updated. But this is something we're gonna verify next time. So thank you for today. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment if there wasn't a chance for you to reach out to me in the chat. There is still a lot to do, so for the next session I will prepare a few things. We can work on it together. That's it for today. Once again, thank you for joining. See you next time. Bye.